Hi everybody, my name is David. Thank you for watching CNXG. Today's video is signs somebody is trying to manipulate you. Yesterday I did another video kind of like this, signs you are being manipulated. So that one I did yesterday is kind of like things you can feel and things you can look out for on things you're doing, things you're feeling to kind of give you an idea you might be being manipulated. Today is things that someone else is doing, what they're doing, to kind of give you an idea you might be being manipulated. Okay? At the very end, the last one I have, because I wrote down I have 10, but I have many, many more than 10. So let's get on with this. So in the last one, I'm going to go over kind of like body gestures, facial gestures, body movements, things that people do when they're lying. Okay, so stay tuned for the last one. I think it'll be interesting for you guys. First one I have down here is doesn't take no for an answer, and I know you guys that seems obvious. You know, you tell someone no and they keep at it. But there's different things people will do to big time manipulators. They know when you're going to say no. They try to get you to not say no. Think about it. The best way to get somebody to do something for you is if it's their idea, right? So instead of just asking like we all do, right? If you ask, they might say no. So they try to manipulate you to get you to do it, make you think it's your idea, okay? So you might say no, and then all of a sudden they might get hurt. And now all the attention on is, oh, I'm ow, something's wrong with me, ow. And then you say, oh God, I'm so sorry. You take your mind off that. And then you realize they wanted something or need something, and then you give it to them, you know? But just basically doesn't take no for an answer. And this is so important. I teach my clients to say no all the time. And without explanation, without apologies, stuff like this, it's the best way. Just no. No, it works out so much better for you, and you'll realize much easier if someone's not respecting you and what you want and what you're saying, how you feel. They just keep trying, keep at it. Because if you start explaining yourself, no, I'm sorry, no, I mean I just can't because I don't have enough money. I got to pay my bills over here, and they'll sit there and work out for you how you can. So it's just no. Okay, and anybody that just keeps going, you feel how it feels, Anybody that doesn't take no for an answer is probably manipulating you or trying to. 2, false promises of change. I'm gonna change. Things are gonna get better. Manipulators do this a lot, man. And it's it's that final last ditch effort they can. They might try to pull to save you or save the relationship. Make sure you don't leave them. So, I promise I'll change. I won't do this anymore. I promise I'll go back to therapy. I promise I'll quit this behavior. I promise I won't talk to her anymore. I promise I won't do this. And they shouldn't have to promise more than one time, guys. Right? So it's I promise, and then they don't do it. Right? 3, quote, they say, this is the last time. So somebody shouldn't be saying, this is the last time. Anyways, right? This is the last time I cheat on you. This is the last time I just leave without telling you. This is the last time I don't answer my phone while I'm out. This is the last time that I don't come home on time. This is the last time. This is the last time. This is the last time. Pay attention. Be careful. Anybody has to even say, this is the last time I hurt you. This is the last time I do something really bad to you. Or this is the last time I want something. I know you don't want to ever give it to me, but this is the last time. No, the last time wasn't the last time, right? When you find yourself saying, you promised, right? But you promised. But you said you promised. But you promised that you would do this. I know, but I can't. I promise I will next time, right? If they break promises, what does that mean? What does a promise mean? Right? So be attention, be careful. We shouldn't be saying things like that. I haven't said something like that in years. But you promised me. Okay? Number 5, moving the goalposts, where the deal always changes. Okay, if you do this, we'll do this. And then you do it, and they're like, well, no, you got to do this now. Okay, I did it here. Well, now you got to do this. Now you got to do that. Now you got. It's like the goalpost keeps getting further and further away from you where you can't reach it. Here's the goalpost. Oh, you did something to get closer. Oh, you did something to get closer. And then I keep pulling it back, pulling it back, pulling it back. Moving the goalposts. And I think you guys kind of know what that means. You should have experienced something like that before if you've dated a narcissist. So it's those unkept, broken promises. It's those, let's make a deal and then the deal changes. It's always changing, right? You do your part and then the deal changes. You do your part and the deal changes. Nice, huh? Pay attention to that. Number 6, others know things only the two of you know or share between the two of you. You know what that feels like, right? I think of it, when you start a relationship with somebody, typically it's out of a different kind of pool of friends, right? So you have your friends, they have theirs. You have your family, they have theirs. You get to know each other first really well before you get to know anybody else really well. And you guys share things and you guys talk about things and share goals or talk about things from your past and your history. And then the time comes where somebody from their side knows something you told them. Only them. But now other people know it. And even if you bring something up, they're bringing it up to them, they say, oh, yeah, I mentioned something to them, no big deal. There they are telling you how to feel again. Right? Number 7, attempt to manipulate you through other people. Yes, triangulation. Yeah, flying monkeys. Okay? But realize that it may even go more into what you think it is. So a common one is somebody will get someone close to you to ask you something for them. Or suggest you should do something for them or for the relationship. And it's really common. So many times I've heard this, and this has happened to me. You're dating someone and it's so exclusive and you're so you talk about everything and all this, and then you might go over to their house and a family member of theirs says something like, oh, David, I think it's great that you and Shelly are taking a trip to Spain, or you and Jim are thinking about going to Spain. Now, at first you might say, well, that's harmless, And then maybe if it happens a second time, a third time, and you're realizing this person's telling other people everything you're talking about, be careful. Be careful. Okay? Really careful. Manipulators will use other people to manipulate you, and it is awful. It feels horrible. When you're not quite sure what's going on, and there's something you don't want to do, and now you've got other people in your life telling you should do that too, it's horrible. They're not respecting how you feel. They're not respecting what you want, what you're asking for. Okay? And so they just go through other people to get them to do it for you. Okay, so the last one. The last one. This is about facial gestures, body language. Now, I want you to know something, guys. Okay? I've had someone try and do this to me, and it's hilarious because they don't understand how this works, and they don't care. They're trying to make somebody look bad. So I want you to know that this is important to understand if you're going to use these things. Okay? I've been trained to interview and interrogate people and get confessions. Okay? Now you have to understand. I have to know, if you want to know someone's lying, there's a couple things you have to know. For one, you've got to know the person. So you've got to know what normal affect is and how they react normally, right? So when you ask them the question, you're talking about a subject that you wonder if they're lying about, then you can see their behavior and see if it's just different. That alone is a good one, just different. So if we're talking about Thanksgiving dinner and I'm like this and you know how I act, and then you ask me if I took something and everything changes. Now obviously, you say it nicely so it's not so accusatory, but when everything changes, watch out, okay? They're being deceptive, deceiving, something like that typically, okay? So here's some things, and now there's also things that can mean double meanings. I had someone say, if they look up and to the right, they're lying. If I'm by myself making a video talking about something nice and I happen to look up and to the right, how could that mean I'm lying? You don't know what's up here. You don't know that there's a bird that just flew by me and caught my attention. And there's nothing in question. I'm just sitting here saying, yeah, the sky's blue and flowers smell good, and and then I look up to the right. Oh, he's lying. It doesn't make sense. You have to get to know what somebody does regularly. There's only, I'll tell you, there's pretty much up until recently nothing that's definite. So you can't sit there and say, oh, if I keep my eyes closed, I'm lying. My eyes might sting. There's medical conditions. There's all kinds of things. So getting to know somebody is key. And so we usually do. This is kind of about our ex or the person we're dating. So getting to know them is key. And getting to know normal behavior and how they respond when they're telling the truth. So you ask somebody things that you know are the truth, right? How tall are you? Oh, I'm 5'11". Well, you can know that, right? So once you establish how they act when they tell the truth, you can kind of establish that, what they do. So if they do something different, they might be deceptive, okay? So here's some things I'm going to tell you that you don't really have to know the person. These are some things that come up right away, some things that are kind of evident, okay? And all of these things just cause alarm. It's something to think about. It's something to concentrate or focus on and note, okay? So some of the obvious things is you have to realize that when people are being deceptive or lying or not want you to know things or they will close off their body. There's things they hide and cover. And one of the things they'll do with their face is cover it, okay? And a person that manipulates all the time will have things that are permanent, okay? So, some people wear hats and they can take them on and off, right? And maybe I have a hat on when I'm telling you a lie and it's tucked down low today. Normally I don't. Or normally I wear hats and I leave the rim up here. But now today it's really low. I'm trying to hide something, right? Facial hair. Some men will grow thick beards. That doesn't mean that they're a liar, but manipulative people tend to do that. Manipulative men tend to grow facial hair. Sunglasses, or the kind of prescription glasses that tint when you go inside. What I find weird is when someone wears a hat, beard, and tinted glasses all the time. I will not trust them at all. At all. And I know there's some great guys out there with full beard, sunglasses, and hat, but I'll just leave it as fine. They're probably a good person, but I don't need to get to know them. Okay? It's not social. You know what I mean? It's not open. They're closing themselves off for a reason. They're hiding, covering something for a reason, okay? A big one is hair in the face, right? So they got their bangs covering down and covering part of their face, or even extreme is covering an entire eye, okay? If I'm trying to hide something from you and I'm explaining stuff to you, we know that things give it away. Emotions give it away. If I'm not emotional about it, doesn't matter. If I'm emotional about it, it matters. So going back to what I told you, how I was trained to get confessions out of people. Now, if they don't care, they can lie and I may not see it. But if this is somebody that's scared of the repercussions, if I get to decide their fate, depending on if I believe them or not, now there's emotion, okay? So now they give things away, okay? So if your ex, if the person you're dating doesn't care about you, literally doesn't care if you really know or not, it's not that important, it's not that big of a deal, and they just go, no, I didn't, no, I didn't, no, I didn't. You see, it's easier for them to lie because they don't care. It's the emotional part that's hard to hide, okay? So, again, covering face, beards, hats, glasses, hair, covering, if I'm already trying not to let you see stuff, and all you get are my two eyes and my mouth to look at to see if I'm lying, well, now you have less. Now if I grow a beard and mustache, now you have less. Now if I have a hat, now you have less. Now if I have glasses, now you have nothing. You see? So be careful. It's those people that wear their hair covering their eyes or face all the time, you can bet they're pretty manipulative or they're hiding something, okay? No tears when they're crying. These, manipulators, psychopaths, sociopaths are excellent at mimicking these things. Excellent. And they will cry. But they'll cry well. You won't doubt it, but then you'll notice there's no tears. Or they immediately stopping into a laugh. And so anyways, everything's fine now. You can't do that. We can't do that. So if they're crying and then smiling in 10 seconds, believably, totally fine, they're lying. No tears. Women wear makeup. If women cry, makeup runs, they should be, oh God, concerned about their makeup. Their nose should sniffle, you're not crying. You're not crying, you're lying. Now, closed hands. Somebody that's telling you things with open hands, hey, believe me, is probably telling the truth. Someone that's going like this, someone that's going like this, you see people stand like this, right? Not good. They're hiding something. Like this. People talking like this. People talking like this. See the difference? Closed, open, closed, open. Closed body, right? I'm facing you right now, okay? You start asking me if I did something I did and I don't want you to know. No. You see that? Or crossing legs, keeping legs crossed, crossing arms, closing a jacket zipped up. They're hiding something. The person telling the truth is like this, And here's a good one. Just know that when people are deceiving, lying, hiding, they move less. They move less. They understand that the more I do would be the more that gives me away. Okay? So someone telling the truth will be theatrical, and the arms and the hands are going places. Hey, I didn't do this. Open hands, But the person that might be guilty might be like, no, I didn't do this. No, I never would do that to you. No. And they're not being very believable. They're saying, don't catch me. Don't notice what I'm doing. I'm nervous. Should I put my hand here? I don't know. Shit. And that's another one. If you're stressed out, you're scared, you're nervous, you might touch your face a lot. Okay? So less movement. And this takes me into your eyes, your eyelids. Okay? Now we say less movement means you might be deceiving. More movement, you might be telling the truth. Okay? So generally speaking, your eyes. Now, one thing first about your eyes. If someone has these long periods of blinking, they could be deceiving you. Especially if that's not what they always do. Especially if I'm blinking like this while I'm telling you a story, and then right when it gets to that crucial part and you're wondering if you believe me or not, and I go, and I just think that what you're doing is just wrong, and no, I would never do this. That kind of stuff is so deceiving. I'm closing off more. I don't want to face this. I don't want to do this. I'm going to keep my eyes closed longer. Okay? That's that open and closed. Open, closed. Stuff like that. Okay? And then the last thing with the eyes. Now, we used to always think that someone that blinks a lot is lying. Blink, 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 blink. There's a certain number of times that is a normal average blink in a minute for people. But more importantly, we all have our own kind of. And so you'll see somebody that blinks normally, like I have been throughout this video, right? And then all of a sudden, there's a time where they're blinking like this. Okay? Now, that used to be considered period lying. But what we really know from that alone is it's stressful. It means that person is stressed, okay? Now, how you can tell if they're lying by the blinking is, remember, less movement? So a lot of times when people are going to say a lie like this, I'll look at you and I'm going to tell you a lie real quick. I'll go like this. And I may not blink one time. I may not blink. Because less movement is better. Subconsciously, I want to move less. So I'm going to keep my hands still. I'm going to keep my arms still. I'm going to keep my head still. And I'm not going to blink. And I'm going to sit here and go, I did not do that. I would never do that. And you'll see politicians do that. But what it really is the blinking. So I'm going to keep my eyes open. You know, I don't want to move much. I don't want to be caught moving much while I lie to you. And then the second I'm done with the lie, then it's a flurry of blinks. Then it's like this. Okay? And that's like, you know, I kept them open. It's been tense. And now release. It's like, okay, now. And then, and also, I don't want you to know I'm lying. So I just gave it to you. What's your reaction? I'm nervous. See that? I'm going to blink a lot. Now, if say I was making a video and pretty much the whole video is a lie and I'm manipulating and I'm full of crap, I might just blink the whole time. Okay? Because the 10, 15, 20-minute video is making me uncomfortable and the whole thing is a lie. So in that case, yes, the blinking is probably lying. But what's important to know is that this person doesn't blink like this ever. They blink normally, like me. But now, here's the key. You want to know if they did something. They keep saying, I didn't do it. And they're going like this. You know, or they're going to explain to you in 10, 20 minutes how they didn't do it. And they're going to go like this. Or they blink normally, but no, I did not do this. See that? So watch out for that, okay? I just thought those are some things to look out for. And I'm going to make another video where I really go into more detail about body language, hands, gestures, your eyes, your mouth. Another one, you guys, to really look for. And you can do this for, like, if you know someone who is a liar, makes videos on YouTube, or you want to know if someone's lying, this is a good way you can do it, guys. Affect is my face moving and characteristics, and when I smile and I'm happy. And do you also see something else that I'm doing when I'm smiling? See my eyes change? So it's my whole face, okay? Emotion will control your whole face. And a manipulator who's pretending that emotion, typically will just do their mouth. See that? My eyes don't change. They stay exactly the same. So you should be able to tell kind of what mood I'm in with my eyes, right? Okay? Right? You shouldn't have to see my mouth. But if I'm showing you different emotions and they just look like this, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm mad. Lying. So, I mean, I know someone on a YouTube channel who lies and manipulates just about everything she says is a lie. It's all manipulation. She sits there and tells you how good of a person she is. I'm such a good person. I'm so good. And, you know, what I do is so good. And all this is all true. It's all real. Okay? So these are facts. You guys have to believe it. And I'm a really good person, right? And it's just like nothing. They stay the same. The affect stays the same. You'll notice, you know, as they are talking to you and they are telling you something good and happy, and this is so good, or they're telling you something really sad, and this is so sad, or they're telling you something that really makes them angry. Oh, I'm so pissed. But see, my eyes don't change. So you can literally put the thing up to the screen and just watch this person, different videos, talk about different things, and the eyes stay the same. They're deceiving you. Okay? Thanks, guys. If you can, please help me and help other people by sharing this stuff, okay? Put it out, post it, blogs, whatever you can. Give it to people, okay? Please. And the other one yesterday. If you haven't watched it, watch it. These videos kind of go together, okay? Thanks, guys. And if you guys have any other ones of your own, go down below and say them. Tell us. We want to know. We want to know more. We want to catch these liars, right? All right. Thanks, guys. Love yourself first. We'll see you again.